Well, hello, hello, hello. This is your financial coach, Shannon Dowda. I'm here. I'm excited. I want to thank you all for taking the time out to get ready for the 2015 financial fast. Like that, this event, this fast is going to be very powerful. I can feel it. When I really originally, wanted to create such an event, I didn't know that it was going to be um, as big as it's gotten, right? So the idea was to just have a small group of people, maybe 30 folks, but this is blowing up to 360 people. That's amazing. And I'm excited because that shows me that people really want this. People really want a group effort. People really want to put themselves in position to win financially. So what we're going to cover tonight, we're going to really cover what this financial fast, the guidelines, what it's for. We're going to talk about just how it's going to enhance you. We're going to also give you an opportunity to ask any questions you have about this fast and really clarify and address anything for you. And so that's what we're going to do today. And so first off, I want to thank you all for one, showing up and being a part of this video dialogue today. And I also want to thank you all for the support and the involvement. This is amazing. Like, you sit back and you're like, wow, like, people really want to win financially. It wasn't just me when I decided that I wanted to change my life, that the financial fast is for real, and so people want to win financially. So it's not just me. And so it shows me, with as many people who are involved in this financial fast, if you haven't signed up yet, what you need to do is you need to go to Facebook, look up January 2015 financial fast. When you do that, that will put you in the event where we're going to have dialogue, discussion, motivate each other, and do things like that to keep each other going while we're going through January and fasting that whole month. So now that we're talking about it, now we're excited. Let's make this happen. Like, I still can't believe that we got 360 people signed up. I literally thought it was just going to be a small group of my friends, or small people that I knew, we're going to make this happen. But this thing is blown up. A lot of people want to win financially, and so I'm excited about that. And so why don't we just get started and let's talk about this financial fast. So the financial fast, the purpose of this fast is to make sure that we are taking your old habits and leaving them by the wayside. The word fast, by definition, is to go without. And so what we're going to do is that we're going to step into 2015 and we're going to go without your old financial behaviors. The behaviors that kept you not from saving as much, that kept you in debt, that kept you not having any money at all, right? We're going to let all of that go, and we're going to step into 2015 setting the tone correctly by fasting, minimizing, no money is spent on anything else but your necessities. Necessities include rent, gas for your transportation. If you ride MARTA, you have a MARTA card. If you have a car, you're going to be paying for gas, parking, car insurance, your lights, your utilities. You're going to also your cable, your internet. Cable, to cut it off and to come bring it back on might be a little bit excessive, right? And plus, you want to have some entertainment while you're at home. If you're staying home more because you're not going out to restaurants, or you're not, going out shopping, you're not going to travel, you're not going to entertainment, theme parks, anything of that nature, right? The idea is that you want to spend money on only necessities. Necessities are necessities, not wants, not luxuries, but only necessities. And so what you will realize is that when you do that, you're going to, one, automatically have more money in the bank. So if you're already living paycheck to paycheck, in January, you are putting yourself in a position where you won't be living paycheck to paycheck because you'll have money in the bank. This might be the first time that you have ever saved. For some, it is. Saving is difficult in America. You have a position where 75% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. That's real. When I started this whole endeavor to becoming financially free and started coaching others, And that was literally like maybe 3 years ago. And that was, at that time, it was 70% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. So within 3 years, it has now increased to 75%. And so the trend is showing that it's not getting better. So there's a lot of work to be done. And so we got to fix ourselves first before we can fix anybody else. And so we got to put ourselves in that position. So you will see that your savings will increase. It might not be for some people, it might be drastic. For some people, it might be by a little bit. But if you were living paycheck to paycheck and you have something saved, awesome. If you weren't living paycheck to paycheck and you still had nothing saved, now you will have something saved, right? And you can take that money and build your first emergency fund, or you could pay off some debt in February, and you will feel empowered. It will put you in a position to where you feel like, wow, I can actually win with money, because you'll realize how little it costs for you to really live. And that you will also more than likely realize is that your income is good enough for you. So you want to make sure that you're doing that. And with the fast also, what also is going to be identified is that you are going to feel empowered, in control of your money. We talked about that everyone doing the fast needs to have a budget. If you don't have a budget, you need to go to the Facebook event, January 2015 Financial Fast, and you need to click on the document that we have put out there for you. It's a budget. It's what we use when we coach individuals, and you can put your information in there, break it down, and lay it out. You have your income, you work your way through your expenses, and I actually go over the budget that I use with you guys in a little bit here, what I'm using for January. And so in doing that, you'll have a plan. You'll be in control. You understand where your money is going. And that's the purpose of a budget. That's it. A budget is not to make you feel like you're restricted or you've got to eat ramen noodles every night. The only thing a budget does is that it tells you where your money is going. It is a game plan. It is a roadmap. I love football. I played football in high school and college. And so it's like a game plan. It's really like when Peyton Manning is about to play the New England Patriots. He has a game plan. He knows what he's going to do in what situations. And that's what a budget does for your money. It is your game plan. And so it's important to understand that. And simply doing a budget and how it's impactful during the financial fast. So today, I actually met with a young man who was working on developing his budget for January, because he's also participating in the financial fast. So up until this point, he had not been able to save, right? He hadn't been doing a good job. Money's been kind of going all over the place. But at this point, he decided, doing this budget, he was automatically able to save 60% of his income. How amazing is that? You go from where you were not able to save, but by simply doing this financial fast, which is upcoming, right? And literally a little more than 24 hours, he decided he was able to save 60%. And so when I tell you guys it wakes you up and allows you to see what's going on with your income, that's what happens, because now he's like, wow, I'm able to save this much money by simply controlling and limiting my lifestyle for 30 days. So what if I did that for the next month for 15 days? Or what if I actually paid attention to where my money was going? Right? So that's why it's empowering. That's why it frees you and liberates you and gives you and puts you in the position to where you can dominate financially, but you just have to start. Right? And the same thing with the gentleman I met with yesterday. I mean, the guy is able to save 50% of his income after living paycheck to paycheck, because he simply is sticking to the budget, financially fasting, staying away from anything that's unnecessary, and now has put himself in position to really save. And what he's actually going to do with that money is to pay off his car. I mean, that's amazing. So it's like it empowers you. And so we're setting the tone for 2015. You have to set the tone. You have to dictate what kind of year you're going to have. I'm a very optimistic person, and I can't stand when people set up negative energy for an upcoming event, a year, a week. Like, you got to be on it. You got to put yourself in a position where you're going to dominate. You're going to win. Don't set yourself up for failure, because if you think negative, it's going to be negative. So put yourself in position to win. Start off the year strong. Set the tone, and let's rock it out. okay? Because it's necessary. It also goes the same with like individuals who tend to think, oh God, it's Monday. When it's Sunday, they're like, man, I got to go to work tomorrow. Set the tone. Take it with high energy, positive energy. Set the tone and dominate your week. I mean, you roll in there positive and ready to rock it out, you will have a great week compared to if you just hate Mondays, right? So this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to empower you financially, put you in position to win, to do this. This is your life. I want you to win. There is no point in me being financially successful by myself. How boring is that? I need to have people who I can celebrate with, enjoy with, travel. Hey, let's hit Abu Dhabi, right? Let's go, ride out in our Maseratis or whatever. If you're into that kind of thing, that's your thing. But you want to make sure that you're at least putting yourself in position to win, because wealth is not built overnight. We live in a microwave society. Everybody wants to be wealthy and have whatever it is that they want now. Wealth and anything else is that you want to be successful in is built over time. It's slow and steady wins the race. And so when you have everybody who wants everything now in a microwave society, the only way to get everything now is to go into debt to get it, because you can't afford it right now. And so that results in you being in debt and giving up your future for instant gratification. I mean, prime example, college degrees. 9 times out of 10 people can't afford a college degree to actually pay for it and go to school, and unless they stayed home and went to a community college near their house. So what do? You sign up a huge student loan note and you keep taking out loans to fund a lifestyle you really can't afford. Same thing with auto loans. Same thing with credit cards and all that stuff. That's what debt is. You're buying something that you can't afford, so you're sacrificing your future for the present. And so we've got to understand that. We got to realize that. So this financial fast is going to put you in position to do that. All right. So during this financial fast, I'm going to need some help from you, and we're going to need you to be interactive, right? Share your story, share your situations, tell your friends, get them involved. Talk about this in our event group, right? Share your experience. We're actually looking for volunteers to document their experience from the beginning, the middle, and end, because we want to kind of compile, everyone's experiences and just kind of have like a running article that shares how people felt during the fast, because I think transparency is important. And, this fast might be difficult for some, it might not be for others, but the more transparent you are, the more in this situation you can grow. And so I want you to be able to share your story, share your experience, and grow from this financial fast. I can honestly tell you that being transparent has got me to the point where, I'm able to connect with other people when I tell my story, about being in debt, living paycheck to paycheck, struggling, just trying to make it after I graduated school. And so we have to put ourselves in that position where you are okay with sharing your story and understand that you're not the only, we're not perfect. No one's perfect. You see me now when I'm debt free and I'm financially empowered, but I was there too. I was there living paycheck to paycheck. I had no money in the bank. I had student loan debt, car debt, credit cards. I was there. I wasn't financially responsible, as you could say. But now things have changed. It's been a work in progress. 3.5 years later, debt free. I'm been debt free 3.5 years. And you can get there too. This is what it's about. To get you financial freedom and allow you to prosper and win. So we want to make sure that you do that. I want you to stay involved, interact, discuss on the group. Let's keep each other going and stay motivated. You get in what you put in. And so you'll get out the result. If you put in 50% effort, you'll get 50% results. You put in 100%, you get 100% results, right? Right. So we want you to be in that position, and I want you to win. I want you to be able to dominate financially and get the kind of growth that you need to win and have the rest of your life be the best of your life, both mentally, physically, financially, all the way through the board. And because what I've noticed and what I've seen when I've coached people is that when you win financially, all the other areas in your life tend to prosper, because money touches everything, from relationships to careers to your physical fitness, your emotional well-being, your low levels of stress, your happiness, all of that. And so money is huge. Money is huge. as I was talking about before, when you have 75% of people living paycheck to paycheck, that shows you, and you have individuals, when I was talking about the two guys who were able to save more than 50% of their paycheck, that money is not about being wealthy, or money is not about math. It's not about knowledge, right? Because people, you wouldn't spend more than you make, or you wouldn't spend all of your money if it was just the math, because math is simple. 2 minus 2 is 0. That's all I got. But it's not. Personal finance is all about behavior. It's all about you developing the habits for you to win financially. And so you have to get those behaviors correct. We got to throw out the old ones and bring in the new ones, right? Got to correct. And that's why we're doing this for 30 days. Because at 21 days, I believe it is, or maybe 26 days, when the human being does something, it sticks for 21 to 26 days. Either one, it sticks because it becomes a habit. It's no longer like a strenuous effort. And that's why when people work out for a month consistently, they tend to keep working out. Now, we've all seen the New Year's resolution people who work out for 2 weeks and just fall off the map, right? But the people who've been doing it for a while, if they actually miss their workout, they feel guilty. And that's a habit, the habit forming. We are creatures of habits. So we need to develop the proper habits so we can win financially. So again, if you have not joined the Financial Fast, you don't log in on Facebook, search January 2015 Financial Fast, join the group. If you haven't liked the Facebook page, True Financial, like the page so you can stay updated with all the cool things that we're going to be doing. 2015 is going to be a big year. I'm excited. What you want to do with your Financial Fast is that you want to go ahead, and if you haven't, submit your budget. That's important. You got to have an idea of where your money is going. And what can you expect from True Financial? True Financial, again, I founded the company 2 years ago, looking to empower individuals to win financially and to dominate with their lives. Because when you win with money, like I said, you win in your life. And so I want you to dominate. I want you to win. I want you to be comfortable. I want you to be happy. I want you to live your life to the fullest. Prime example, literally this past month, the second client that I ever worked with when I started paid off $30,000 in 12 months because she had a plan. She had focus, right? That's what happens when you sit down with a coach, someone who's been there, who's done it. Paid off the student loans, paid off the car, paid off the credit card, all of that gone. And when I tell you that you are able to have financial freedom and live the kind of life that you want to live, just let me tell you this. Look at how she capped it off. She paid off her debt in the beginning of December, her birthday, Christmas, and then her birthday, right? Well, she gave herself a treat as a reward for paying off her debt, having her birthday and Christmas. What she did is she paid, her and her friends went to Costa Rica to celebrate. How awesome is that? How to cap off a beautiful moment in your life. She literally had just changed her family tree financially, and now she has put herself in a position to where every month, if she wanted to, she could take one paycheck and go travel with it. That is what financial freedom is all about. I promise you, that is what it's like. You don't have to make millions of dollars to be wealthy. You really don't. All you need to do is be good with the money that you make. I know people who make $200,000 a year and are living paycheck to paycheck, and that's real. $200,000 a year. I mean, in 5 years, that's $1 million. That's crazy, right? You got $1 million in 5 years rolling through your hands and you don't know where it went. But then on the other hand, on the flip side, I know people who make $50,000 a year and can stretch that money like they make $100,000 a year. That is the beauty of being in control of your money versus, your money happening to you. And so we got to fix these behaviors. We got to get ourselves right. And so this Financial Fast is going to do that. Now, again, make sure you submit your budgets. We got until 11:59 tomorrow. It's in the event. I got the budgets out there free for you to download. So download it, fill it out, and complete it. We'll be taking it down at midnight tomorrow. So make sure you take advantage of it. All right. So now that I've, giving you the rundown on the Financial Fast, what you're going to do, what we're going to do now is, I'm not trying to keep you guys late. It's 8:20. I know it's at night. It's a weeknight, on holidays, I don't want to take you away from your family and your friends. So what we're going to do now is that we're going to open the floor up for questions. If you have any questions, please just go ahead and put them in the chat box. And I will address them. Any questions related to the financial fast, or how you can maximize, or whatever you want, just go ahead and drop in the question. If we don't have any questions, I'll give it a minute or two to see if anything flies in. But if not, then I guess we'll be wrapping this up. But I'm opening the floor right now. If you have any questions, anything about a questionable expense, or a whatever category you think that maybe. For example, I'll give you one right now. So like your gym membership, someone might say, well, that's not a necessity. Well, it depends, because I'm a very healthy person. So my gym membership will be, a gym membership would be on my budget, because I couldn't go 30 days without working out. That's part of my sanity, to be honest. Like if I didn't work out, I might, my stress levels would probably increase. So before, I see we don't have any questions popping in right now. So what I'll do is I'll kind of walk you through the budget right now. Let me share this screen so you can see what I'm doing. All right. So I hope you guys can see what. Okay, great. So as you can see, this is the budget, monthly budget. You've got my income, we'll say it's $4,000 a month, right? And so with it being that, that's my income, that's my take-home pay. Now, it's take-home pay, it's after taxes, because if it's before, you don't, that's all you get to work with, because it's after taxes, right? We're not worried about your gross, we're worried about your take-home pay. You've got your groceries, that's what I'm spending money on. You see restaurants is zero, because I'm not eating out for the month of January, because it's a fast. I've actually had to cancel plans or tell people, hey, we got to squeeze this in on January. We got to squeeze this in within the next 2 days if you want to go do something, because I won't be able to do a thing in January, because I have to be responsible, right? I'm leading the financial fast. I can't be the one, someone catches me out, eating a hamburger somewhere. That'd be out of control, right? So you see money, no money for clothing, savings. We're not putting anything in there right now. You want to put anything in there at the end of the month. When I get to the bottom of the budget, we'll figure out how much I can put into savings. And so you've got clothing, nothing. I usually take my clothes to the dry cleaners. Not happening this month. I'm gonna bring out the dusty iron and iron. Housing. I've got to have my rent, right? I've got to pay the rent, or I'd be on the streets. I don't want to be on the street, so we're gonna pay my rent. Gas, oil. Your oil changes. If it's a necessity, do it. Gas. You have to get gas in your car if you want to drive around. I don't know about where you live, but in Atlanta, you got to have a car most of the time to get around. MARTA's okay if you're within the perimeter, but outside of that, you got to make some moves. Yeah, no repairs, none of that. Electricity, that's the utilities area, so we're gonna have to pay these things. My electricity 85, water, it's usually about 50. I'll add that in there. Trash is inclusive of my rent. Phone bill, internet and cable go together, so we'll keep that. All right. Medical, I don't have any doctor visits, don't expect to purchase any vitamins, anything like that. Entertainment, there is no entertainment, none. You can go out and do things that are free, so just go to the park. Here in Atlanta, we've got the Beltline. You can go to Piedmont Park here. You can do many free attractions. Just go for a walk in the city. That's a beautiful thing to do. Go walk with your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whoever it is. Go have a good time. Just enjoy yourself, enjoy life, enjoy how simple it is when you really cut back on everything. Insurance, don't have to worry about life, health insurance. Don't have to worry about that. Most companies take it directly from your check. Homeowners insurance, don't have to worry about that. Auto insurance, you got to pay that, or it's illegal. Well, in the state of Georgia, it's illegal if you don't, so you want to pay that. Identity theft insurance, not too many people have that, which I highly recommend if you don't have it to have it. It's pretty cool. I recommend Xander Insurance. they kind of assign someone to you if someone were to steal your identity. My identity has been stolen before when I was younger, so I protect myself. Long-term care not needed. You don't see any expenses in personal. I mean, my toiletries are stocked up and ready to go. Um, Hair care, education, books, all this stuff, organization dues, gifts, no gifts this month. Luckily, I don't have any family members with a birthday. If you do, let them know, hey, we're going to celebrate your birthday. I'll buy you something in February, but I'm really committed to this fast right now. And, they should be understanding if they really love you and care for you. They want you to win financially. It's not about them. If that's the case, they should really be happy that you're, trying to change the family tree forever. So you get to the bottom of the budget. This is a zero-based budget, and you see that it should be zero, meaning that all the money needs to go somewhere. So I spent $19.85, and so the remaining, the 2015, which is cool because it's actually about to be 2015 in like a day. That's amazing. Anyway, I know. Lame, yes, but cool to me. But anyway, so I'm to make that a zero because you want your budget to zero because that means every dollar has gone somewhere. Doesn't mean it's spent. This means it's gone somewhere. So what I'll do is I'll put the 2015 into the savings that we were talking about earlier. And so now savings won't be zero, but instead we will put in 2015. So now you go back down to the bottom and your budget is green, it's check marked, sticking to zero. Perfect. A perfect balanced budget. And of course, life doesn't happen the way the budget plans for it to happen, but at least you have a plan so you can maneuver money around if you need to. The last thing you need to do is be, spending money, death by 1,000 cuts, spending money where a little $10 here, $20 here, $5 here, and then you end up realizing that you spent all your money. So have a plan and win financially. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to take it back to the regular screenshot. Seems like I don't have any questions. So what I'll do is I want to thank you all for joining in on this fast again. I'm excited. I'm really ready for this. Like, not just for, I'm not just for me, of course. I want you guys to win too, but it's very impactful. It helps with growth, financial development, winning. And so I'm excited about this. I hope you are. Please, share this with your friends, get them on board. Let's make this happen. The financial fast is real. It works. It works. I had myself and 2 clients did this last year, and it was powerful for them, and myself. And so you need to make this an effort, do it well. You might as well, man. Go big or go home, right? Like, no point in doing it halfway through. Like, go big. Like, everything real big, right? Go big or go home. So do this fast, make it happen. Do your budget, submit it in. Just, you don't have to submit it. Just say that in the financial fast event, just say budget done and I'm committed. That's all we need to know, that you've done your budget and you're committed to excellence, committed to winning financially. So do that. Be sure that you're interactive. Share this with your friends. Invite your friends and family. I know you know broke people. I know you know them. People who got problems shopping too much, or people who can't save, or people who are just who always want to go out to eat. And you're like, man, you're killing my bank account. I know you know those people. Like we said, 75% of people are living paycheck to paycheck. So if you know 4 people, 3 of them are broke. So let's talk. Let's share with your friends. Let's invite them. Let's help other people win. It's not just about you. You got to embrace and help your entire family and community win. When you do that, then we can all party and enjoy together. So do that. If you have any questions or anything like that, drop them in on the event, January 2015 Financial Fast. And that's all I got for you guys. I'm excited. I'm ready to rock and roll. Like, this is for real. This is exciting. The fact that we got so many people ready to rock and roll. So that's all I got for you. If you're interested in being a contributor to our article about the fast, please document your beginning, your middle of the process, and the end. We're going to try and also post people's, I guess, experience throughout the event. And we're going to give you weekly, weekend things to do, weekend tips. We're going to, have some inspirational videos in there as well. So we're going to really make this an effort. It's just not going to just be some, random event with no interaction. We're going to make this an interactive event, an interactive effort to where we can dominate the year. Dominate the month, but then we're going to set the tone to dominate the rest of the year. Build some wealth, pay off some debt, do what it is that you need to do to win. You only got one shot to live, right? Tomorrow is not promised. So make the most of your money. Don't sit here and pray and wish that you won the lottery, because it's not going to happen. They say you're 6 times more likely to get struck by lightning than to hit the lottery. And you can't be praying for money, asking God for more money if you're disorganized with the money he's got you right now, right? How do you expect him to give you more when you are all over the place with the amount that you have now? You gotta set the principle. You get out of life what you put in it. So if I'm responsible with money, I'm gonna get more. If I'm not responsible, I'm gonna always have less. That's how it works. It's logic. It's very logical. And that's the beautiful thing about life, the beautiful thing about money. It's logic. A lot of us let our behaviors get in the way, but it's all logic. It's all common sense. We just got to work on it and change the behaviors. I had someone tell me that the discipline is hard for them. I told them, hey, discipline is just like a muscle. It's like your bicep. If you don't work it out, it's always going to be small. It's always going to be scrawny. But if you work it out, it will get strong over time and you will be able to handle it, the heavy weights, right? And so work on your discipline, work on yourself. This is your financial fast. This is your financial coach, Shannon Dowd. I'm tuning out, but enjoy the fast. If you have any questions, drop them in the group. Contact, email us at info@truefinancialcoaches.com. If you have any questions, I'm really excited about this. And I want to thank you all for your time. I'm not going to keep you any later. It's 8:32. We will log it out, and we will put you in position to win starting January 1 at midnight. It's your financial coach, Shannon Dowd. I'm tuning out. Create a great evening. Have a great rest of 2014. And let's do this with 2015. And I'm out.